This is the Robaer Report. Today is April 4th, 2022. I'm starting a little bit late today, 8:30. I usually start the show, the Robaer Report, at 8 p.m. on Mondays. Please pardon me. Had a technical issue earlier. I speak a lot about technical issues. My guest for today, my initial guest was my guest from last week. There were some audio issues, and I wanted to bring him on again today. He agreed, but at the last minute, as I said in our last show, he's a solar consultant. So at the last minute, he had an opportunity to speak with a customer or a prospect who is interested in going solar. So he had to go and get that solar money. So he contacted me, told me what was going on. I reached out to another gentleman, and he said that he was going to attempt to get on today. I've actually had him on the show as well. So he was running some errands for his business as well, and he's going to make a concerted effort to be a part of the Robaer Report today. Had to do a lot of crash control today, but everything is good. My phone is ringing because I'm waiting for this contact. But welcome to the Robaer Report, where we talk about an individual and or group and their contribution to society and society's development. So have my good friend coming into the stream.
Oh, I can't hold on. I can't hear it. My mic is.
Well, Mr. Shelton just came on, and hey Mark, how you doing, man?
Good yourself.
Cool, man. You good? We're running live right now, so I didn't. Sorry about that early. Sorry about that. If you need me to take you out the stream and bring you back, I can. Just text me when you're ready to come back. You want to do that? You want to text me when you're ready?
No, I'm ready now.
Okay. Man. Well, thank you so much for Mark for coming in. This is Urban Knights co-founder. Sorry, I just had to see that he was in the background. I told y'all he was taking care of business, y'all. For those who are going to watch today, and for those who are going to watch in the future, Mark was on the show in February discussing Urban Knights Co. and his product. I have had the opportunity to use this product, the body scrub, and I just put in a new order last week, I believe, and I have a shirt that I'm going to get from his company. So today, as I explained to you all earlier, here for this show was supposed to be with a solar consultant. They had a business that they needed to take care of. I contacted Mr. Shelton. Mr. Shelton had business to take care of, so he came and he said he's going to stop in for a few to talk to us. But yet, me and Mr. Shelton talked earlier. Me and Mark talked earlier, and he was telling me about. He just moved. He, his wife, and his two-year-old son have moved to Houston, Texas area, and he has been working on setting up his environment for going YouTube, I believe Instagram, and I believe Twitter. I believe it's a Twitter. I know YouTube and Instagram. TikTok. Sorry, TikTok. He the one who told me about TikTok. Man, I'm sorry, man. You the one who told me about TikTok. I forgot. So yeah. So as we can see, he has a background. He's sitting in front of he's sitting in his studio, what it appears to be. So, Mark, man, take it away. Tell us what we're looking at right now.
Yeah. So right now we're in my new studio. As you can see, I took time. We built this brand new studio out. We have Urban Knights, sign. We have shelves, showcasing the products that we have. Got some cool little lights that I put in the background, a nice little ambient light to put up top. So this is one particular look in the studio. There's two other looks in the studio where I do more of a lifestyle look. That look has artwork inspired by John Basquiat and some art skateboards from a project I did a couple of years ago, and then a cool backdrop in another section of the studio. So now I'm able to kind of, just really dig into creating content that I see fit for Urban Nights Co. To give you guys, a lot of information, cool entertainment, and just keep, informing the people what we do.
Okay, awesome. Man, Mark, you sitting in a chair, man. Hey, I don't want to tell you what to do, but can you, if possible, please, can you get up and let us see what you're sitting in? Because because you're spinning around.
Say it again.
What are you sitting in? We want to see what you're sitting in.
I'm sitting in the stool. It's nothing fancy. It's just a bar stool.
Okay, yeah, you was like, you was.
Oh, it can twist and turn. So if my turning is distracting you, that's just a little bit of nervous twitch I had.
No, you was making me nervous, man. I was like, what's going on? What kind of alternative world we in? No, I was asking because we talk all the time. This is my guy who we trying to get into the virtual world and all that. We trying to move past this day-to-day life of walking on this planet. We trying to walk into the 2D world, 3D world, 4K world. And so he was telling me about this chair that he was gonna use as his seat when he does his programming. Can you tell us a little bit more about this chair and what it means? Like, what is it?
Yeah, so the chair that I'm going to be getting is going to be a barber chair. Because again, our products, we want you guys to find them at the barbershop, also purchase through us online or whatnot, and some of your other frequent spots, CVS, Walgreens, Target, things of that nature. But really, you should be getting educated through your barber on what products you should and shouldn't be using on your skin and in your hair. And so I feel like the barbershop chair is a throne, for a lot of us. It kind of transports us out of the day-to-day, the regular mundane things that you have and you go through, and you get to feel royal. You get that self-care treatment. And so, as I sit, so that's the main reason why I wanted the barber chair, so that I can sit in the throne that I know, and I love, and I know a lot of other men love as well.
That's awesome. So,
but until I have the barber chair, I just got a bar stool.
You got a bar stool. Well, hey man, you looking cool, man. You looking pretty cool, man. You looking dapper. He got his cup in his hand. I got me a little ball of water. I won't show the brand because they ain't seen me yet. So yeah, but so awesome. So we're looking at your setup, right? So you have your products on behind you. What products do you have behind you?
So right now the whole wall is decorated with the beard balm. The beard balm, of course, is a moisturizer that helps hydrate your beard, helps pull out toxins from your beard or whatnot. Now I also do have other products such as Robaer mentioned, the body scrub, which is great for getting rid of that dead skin, pulling out those toxins, letting that layer of roughness ease away in the shower or the bath and allowing that new skin to be rejuvenated and hydrated. Followed by our shave cream, which is really smooth because it doesn't dehydrate the skin. A lot of shave creams have an alcohol-based product inside of it that strips your skin from its natural oils, which you end up using after you shave as an aftershave to help hydrate your skin. Again, all of our products are natural, and I focused on making sure that we can hydrate your skin and pull the toxins out of your skin, so you won't need any aftershave after using our products because, again, we focus on hydrating the skin. The other product is a pomade that's great for fellows who like to style their hair and keep it in a particular style. And those who love to have those 360 waves, this is great because you can train your hair to move in that direction and it'll keep that hold for you. So those are the 4 main products that I have. I'm currently working on 2 other products, a tea which will help you rejuvenate hair growth, and then a hydrator. I haven't come up with a proper name yet, but I have the hydrator pretty much locked, loaded, ready. I've been testing it out for man since September. I say since about September. I was focused on the hydrator. Still haven't come up with a right name because I've been more focused on making sure it can do what I want it to do. So the hydrator is great because a lot of times people just like to add a beard balm in their beard if they haven't taken the time to wash their face. Then your beard is going to be dry. It doesn't matter if you put the beard balm in your beard. It will give it some moisture, but the skin underneath is going to be dry. It's going to be dehydrated. So with the hydration that I have coming out, that has a water inside of it. And we use rice water in there with our products, rice water as well as sea moss water. And those are really good for hydrating the skin. We have some oils in there too because those oils are going to also help, rejuvenate that skin, get inside. It's a great product. It's really a good product to loosen up that skin, get it nice and hydrated so that you can get that beard growth going. Tap that with some beard balm, you're good to go. I forgot to mention the beard wash. That's the other product, the beard wash, which is great that we have, which is soft enough to use on your face as a face wash and a beard wash.
Okay. In the background, I have shown the shave cream, the beard balm, and the body scrub. So just so that people who tune in either today or in the future, they will have a reference to what you're talking about
Give me 1 second because this
when they hear
the
this.
sound is pretty low. Let me see if I can do something.
Yeah, so so we're looking at Urban Knights Co. One word, URBANKNIGHTS.co. Go to Urban Knights Co. You can get your men's grooming product. You can get your he has clothing, he has shirts, hats, hoodies. The shirt, he has a classic beard collection. I myself, as you can tell, I don't have a beard. I was trying to grow something a little while ago, but I ended up getting a haircut. So Mr. Shelton's website, urbannights.co, has hoodies, has t-shirt, has your men's grooming product, and he is explaining to us about other products that he has, as well as the ingredients for some of his products. So, Mr. Shelton, so you're planning on going live with your brand across these various social media platforms.
That's
What
correct.
message would you like people, subscribers, viewers, people who are interested in taking the time to let their eyeballs see your channel? What message do you think that they they are going to be receiving when they tune into your programming?
This is all about the average man. I named the company Urban Knights Co. Because we're following knights, right? And when you think about kings, knights, and things of that nature, the king he's at the top, right? He doesn't really have to do too much. He's pampered every day, blase, blase. But the knight, he's the guy that goes out every day. He's fighting the wars. He's making sure he can win the people over, things of that nature. That's you. That's I. That's you and I. We go out. You go out into the workforce. You're a knight of your family. You know what I mean? If you're a garbage man, that's an everyday man. If you're not the garbage man, you do Uber. You work in a white collar job, or you're an executive or working as some accountant or something of that nature. That's an everyday job. That is a knight. That is a person who is encountering a lot of mental warfare, if you will. And a lot of times we don't get a chance to think about our grooming habits we get caught up in the everyday where we just got to get in and out. And I want to make sure that, men take the time to recognize that, the first armor that people see is your face. It's what you look like. And you want to make sure that you look your best at all times, and so we want to help guys reach looking their best at all times.
That's right. That's right. Mr. Shelton, I'm going to piggyback off what you just said, but can you do something for me? Your hat is tilted up. We want to see the brand.
Oh, the brand.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and I just want to say that you don't have to hold your head down. It just was, we can see the gray under there. And the goal is so that people can see that brand and it be etched into their brain. Because I bought the shirt. Yeah, I'm not a hat guy. I mean, I like, it's in the wintertime I wear a hat, but in the summertime I like my hair to be out. But I'm gonna take part in getting me an Urban Nights hat. I got the shirt, so I will.
He does have the shirt. He does have the shirt. That's a fact.
And so I'm gonna get the hat. Way. That's right. That's right. I got my email yesterday or today, so I'm pretty amped about it. And Mr. Shelton, you just said something important. So you made a distinction in, I don't know if it's class, social class, and distinction between power, but you brought up the king versus the knight. Now, I'm not asking you to talk so much about the king. I'm not even asking you to talk so much about the knight. I want to talk to you about some of the popular rhetoric is kings and queens and being in charge of everybody.
Right.
For what reason did you choose to talk about the common man versus having the same taking part in the discussion of being a king? What was the significance of that?
It's only so many kings, man. It's only so many kings, and the king is ruling somebody. And I know they like to say you the king of your castle, but when you step outside your castle, which is your home, who you bowing down to? You bowing down to someone else. Now, I'm not here to really throw shade at those people who say kings and queens or anything like that. But what I am saying is that if we get back to a place where we stand on certain principles, whatever those principles are, you're bringing that every day out into the community, you're representing your family well, you're a knight. You know what I mean? When you go out, whether you're married or you have a child or whatnot, you still represent your mother and your father. And these are the principles that sometimes I feel like get lost, and we overstep. They get lost because we overstep going from being, a regular guy to becoming a king. And I'm not here to throw shade at kings. I think all of us can become kings, but there are steps that we have to follow. And the first steps to reaching that nobility is, in my opinion, taking on those ideas of morality, standing strong, fast on those ideas. And that's what you bring into the community every day. And in my opinion, the men and women who bring out those strong morals to represent their family and themselves, those are the knights, man. That's the missing piece in the community that we need. And I want to make sure that I spend time focusing on those guys, because those are the guys that raised me. I think about my father. He wasn't, executive director, of a particular company. He worked under those guys, but I had a nice life. You know what I mean? He taught me some strong morals that I can stand on. His brothers and my mother's brothers and the men that were in my community were guys that had strong morals. They stood up for their family. They stood up for their community. And I want to make sure I shine light on those guys. And those guys also taught me how to dress, how to have style, how to talk to women, how to get out of a pinchy, itchy situation. So why not highlight those guys? Those guys are my guys. Those are me. I am them. So I want to make sure I highlight those, Jimmy. Those folks.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Mark, I put you. So you're the center of the screen. Well, you're the only image on the screen right now. I just wanted you to say that because you're talking. I'm gonna bring myself back in a second. And so I use the body scrub, and I believe I mentioned parts of this on the last show that we had back in February, I believe. That body scrub has a smell to it, man. It make me feel like I'm a I, it make me feel like I'm walking around like a fruit on a tree, man. Man, I
Oh,
smell like
nice,
orange or a grape or something. And so,
nice.
I put it on, I scrub my face and all, scrub, do what you do with the body scrub. But when I step out of the shower, dry myself off, I still smell it throughout the day.
Good,
All right.
good, good.
What it's almost as if you're getting into the competition with the smell good cologne industry, fragrance industry. Um, if speak, I mean, I have a question that I want to add on, but speak to that, man. Speak to that. If I saw you
Um,
move.
I do want to step into the fragrance community and let this voice speak for those gentlemen as well. Um, and this is my first attempt. I have not made a cologne yet, but I'm working on it. I just got a new mixer in for oils or whatnot, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to get that formula just right. I have two other formulas that I'm working on as well. But I just want to make sure I get that formula just right, because the way I designed the scent for the grooming products, they are not a heavy scent. It's more of a light scent that you can wear with a cologne, right? And so as I step into making a cologne, I may have to add a couple more scents to it just so that it can last a little bit longer and be defined on its own, right? Which is what I'm definitely working on with the other two. And the new scent is still Blue Note, but just a little bit of this and that to help let it carry all the way through. But yeah, I definitely see myself being able to compete in the fragrance community, making some colognes, also making some. I think the scent is ready to be made into a candle as well.
Mm, wow. Okay. Okay. Man, Mark, I'm going through your website in the background, and I'm going to bring myself back into the stream yard, and then I want you to talk about this image of the beer collection. Hold on,
Mm-hmm.
let me see. I think it's yeah. So that's the image of the beer collection. Let me bring it to the fore. I'm gonna take both of us out, and the image of the beer collection is up. So what's up with that, man? It looks like you have about 5 different products. It appears five
Yeah.
different products.
So I
Okay,
have two
so talk
types
about
of
that.
I have two types of beard collections. Uh, the beard collections are designed for folks who are growing out their beard and people who have a full beard. A lot of times, people have reached out to me looking for a full system and a step that they can use to help grow their beard out. So, what I have in my beard collection, which again I have two of them, uh, introduction and then another one that has a little more products. But you're going to get a derma roller. The derma roller is great because what that does, scientifically proven, it helps open up your pores and helps hair come out. So if you are, a younger guy and even an older gent who's not, um, who doesn't have a full beard just as of yet, you can use a derma roller. You use a derma roller kind of like a comb. Not every day, maybe every other day. You want to use the derma roller just to, and mostly it's in the patches, the areas, because 9 times out of 10, you should be able to grow some hair on your face. Maybe not a full beard, or maybe a spot here, maybe a spot there. Those patches, that's where you want to apply the derma roller. And you're going to use that derma roller to open up. That's exfoliating the skin, opening up the skin, allowing the hair to curl out, right? Followed by a wooden comb. We use the wooden comb versus the plastic comb because the wooden comb is going to allow you to comb your beard properly without any hair getting caught inside the teeth of the comb and breaking off. Normally, if you use a metal comb or a plastic comb, after you finish combing your beard, there's going to be a lot of breakage. So you just essentially snatching hair out of your beard, and then normally going to be a narrow side of the beard or narrow side of the comb and not the wide tooth part of the comb. So you want to use something that's going to uh, help open up help exfoliate and open up those pores. So you want to use the wide tooth wooden comb. We also have a brush that comes with that. The brush is going to be great because these are all ways to help exfoliate. Exfoliating in different dynamics. Sometimes you can exfoliate to take the oil out. Sometimes you want to exfoliate to open up. So these are ways to open up and massage the skin. So the brush is going to help massage the skin. If you have ingrown hair starting to come through and you haven't exfoliated, using the body scrub, which I do have in there. The body scrub is great because it pulls out the toxins. You know, it helps you get underneath their skin. So if there's going to be any ingrowth happening because of the oils and maybe how you shaved or whatnot, you can kind of fight that off or whatnot. And then you use the brush kind of just like, you know, train your beard to grow in the direction you want it to grow in. Teach your hair to grow in the areas where there's patches. And then there is the beard wash. The beard wash is great because you don't want to use shampoo on your beard. Shampoo is designed for the top of your head. That hair on your head is not the same hair on your chin and on your face. Different levels. So you want to use something that's softer on your face. Your face is more sensitive than the top of your head. Where you'll notice a lot of guys can shave their head. I'm one of those guys. I can take a razor to the top of my head and go for what I know. No razor bumps. I take the same razor after cleaning it, washing it, and doing what I need to do, or even using a fresh blade. I go for my face. I may be in trouble with some razor bumps. Because just to show you there's a difference between the hair on the top of your head and the hair on your face and neck. So because that's a little more sensitive area, when it comes time to using a shampoo or a face wash, you want to make sure you have something that's sensitive for your face and it's not going to strip your face of its natural oils. So I designed a face wash or beard wash that's sensitive and soft enough to use on your face as well as your beard to get that gunk out of your beard, right? And then there's a classic beard balm. The beard balm, as we discussed earlier, it's going to hydrate your beard, allow you to style your beard.
Okay, man. That's pretty dynamic that you're explaining to us that there's a difference in the hair and how it's grown, how the hair is grown on your head versus your beard. Because I just went to the barbershop a few days ago and I got a bald head, bald face, and my hair is growing back, of course, and I have just a few razor bumps underneath my chin, just a few, but it's still it makes you feel a certain way when you go to touch your face and you got a few hair bumps. You know, it's like, man, I wish I can't blame the barber because they just doing their job, but I wish it was something that I could have done a lot different.
There's a couple things. I've spoke about it in the past, not necessarily with you in our last meeting, but in February, I should say. However, there's a couple things you can do. You know, one, you probably want to shave every other day. If you're getting a clean cut, a clean razor shave by your barber, you want to do every other day. But you also want to see which direction your hair grows. And a lot of times they'll tell you, there's a certain way they tell you should shave. Scratch all of that and what they tell you. You got to figure out the growth direction of the hair coming out of your neck and out of your chin. That's the only way you need to shave. What I suggest you do is take your finger and just go up and down on your neck. So if it starts to go, if it's laying down and you're going up and it's laying down, you need to shave up. If it's going the opposite direction, you need to shave the opposite direction, right? So if you're going up and it's laying down, that's the way you need to shave. If you're going up, if it's going the opposite way, where it's you going down and it's standing straight up, don't shave down.
Okay.
Right? So, and you'll see what happens on your neck. There's different hair patterns. On the top of your head, there's normally about 2 or 3 hair patterns, like circular patterns, at least in the African American community, to which your hair kind of grows out, right? But in your neck, it may be 3 or 4 patterns the way your hair grows out of your neck. So maybe it grows kind of like almost like a C or a U, and you need to follow that direction as you shave, right? And maybe you need to shave up that direction, or maybe you need to shave down that direction, or you're shaving up, or you could be shaving up. This is so weird. I'm one of those guys, excuse me, where I can shave up this direction But the next spot over, I need to shave down, and
I
then
got
shave down, and then shave up, and then shave to the circular, and then shave down. So you have to figure these things out. When you go to a really good barber, they'll help you find these things out. And you should be talking to your barber, asking these questions. They should be educating you and things of that nature. But that's how you would be able to find out why you're getting the razor bumps, how to prevent the razor bumps. That's the best way. That's the best way.
Okay, man. You got a. Okay, I got you. You got. I had this comment, a Facebook comment. Shout out to BlackUSA.news. And let me do something. There we go. Welcome to the Black USA News. This is our network. These are some of our advertisers for the network. Thank you all so much. You have a comment from Facebook. Go for it. Study the craft and business. So, and thank you so much for the person that left that comment. So I'll go back to 2013. 2013. So I visited. Me and Mark have been friends since. Me and Mr. Shelton have been friends since 2003. August 23rd. It was the first day of some broadcast media class was at Howard. I don't know. We just clicked, and so 10 years later, I'm in Chicago, and I meet up with him, and he's working in it's a new term that I learned in 2013. It's called a haberdashery. All right.
Yes.
I walked and I saw all these nice clothes. I mean, it was soft clothes. I was like, man, well, I wish I went in my pocket, and my pocket said, "Take your hand out of here." And I said, "Okay, pocket," because I couldn't afford nothing. I couldn't even afford to walk on the ground. But I said, you know what, my homeboy in here, so they ain't gonna throw me out too fast. They might, if they throw me out, I'm gonna be like, man, I'm here with Marky, or whatever, however they play out. But all jokes aside, though, you introduced me to the concept of a haberdashery. I hope I'm saying that right. And if you comfortable with it, man, give that haberdashery a shout out if they're still open, man. Because I walked in, it was smelling good. Things
I'm not sure if
good.
it's still open. That was 2000, like you said, 2013. I'm not sure if it's still open. That was in Chicago. I'm not sure if they're still open. I think they may have closed. It was called the Chicago Haberdash. I'm not sure if it's still open though.
Okay.
But the haberdashery, I mean, there's many different looks and feels to a haberdashery. That one was a really cool look and feel because it, like Robaer said, there was a section for just suits. There was another section for more streetwear. There was a barber shop inside of it with apothecary products or whatnot. So you had a full look of what you wanted, and then all the accessories as well. So you can walk in as a gentleman and find anything you were looking for the most part. You needed a pocket square, no problem. Umbrella, no problem. You wanted some deodorant, cool. You wanted some cologne, no problem. So we pretty much had everything that you needed to come in. So a lot of the gentlemen that would come in would be doctors and lawyers, and they would come in and just get their seasonal look, which is always a good feel, right? Because you get a doctor to come in, he's spending, $6 G's on clothes for the season. You good to go, 5 G's, whatever. That's big money, and they it was good. It was good.
Okay,
but
so
I know you brought that up because
it
was about the business, and I learned. I took the time to learn the business, and I love haberdasheries. I wanted to be able to put my feel into what a haberdashery is, and so while working there, I got inspired. I was actually inspired before, but while working there, I was inspired to start my own thing, and that led me to understanding to walk into creating Urban Nights. And initially, I had the idea for the products. I made some products, and I thought, cool, I'll put it in a plastic container, go to some barber shops, and hustle it out. You know what I mean? I didn't have man, if you saw the first look, I'm not sure if I showed you the first look of what the prototype was, but it was trash. But in my mind, then I was just ready to go get the money. And I didn't understand the marketing behind that, right? And so I presented it to my girlfriend at the time, who's now my wife, and she was like, I like the product. The product looks good, it smells good, no problems, but you can't go knocking on barbershop doors trying to, sell this. And so that made me go back to the drawing board, man, and understand marketing. And so I started getting books on the 21 immutable laws of marketing, getting books on branding, learning about accounting, doing all these different things I had to go back in and learn so that I could have a voice and I understand what's going on. Because, you make your first sale, that's a PO, a sales order, purchase order, however you want to look at it. If you don't understand that, you can get duped right off the gate. So you have a good product.
Yeah.
It looks good. It smells good. Now you have good packaging, but you don't understand all the business behind it. So you don't know if you want to do a consignment or not consignment. You don't know if you have the sales order or the purchase order. Are you going to get paid 10 days out, 30 days out, 60 days out, 90 days out? All these are different things that you learn in the process of business. And it takes time, Some people go to business school for it. Some people, hit their head a couple of times. They ask the right questions and they learn these things, And I became a student. Like I said, I was a student of men's fashion and style for a long time. And after becoming a student of just the aesthetic, now it was time for me to become a student of business. And so becoming a student of business meant, I had to learn business.
That's right. I'm gonna tell you. So he said he became a student of business. I was a student of market one time. I'm gonna just I would take. I'm gonna be a man. I'm gonna speak of this because he told me this one day. He said, "Man, we were living in the same apartment together." And he said I was 19. And he said, "Man, I went to the grocery store and I came back with some chips and some cereal and all, and I thought I did me some real grocery shopping." and he laughed at it, but when he brought it to my attention, I was like, "Man, I did something. Man, I walked all the way down the grocery store. I don't know if you remember you telling me these things, but
yeah.
He told me years later, and I was like, "What are you talking about, man? I was the man, bro. I had bags, I thought about it later on. I was like, man, I was tripping. I was straight junk food. so he's been coaching me along for some time now, and I'm one day I'm gonna catch up with this style thing. I keep it so basic it's simple, or simple is so simple is basic. But one day I'm gonna catch up to it. But you brought so on one hand you're talking about nights, and then on another hand you said that when you were in the haberdashery, that doctors and lawyers would come in for their seasonal look.
Correct.
So in a lot of societies, doctors and lawyers are kings, or can be considered kings because they're the professionals. They're the doctors and lawyers and engineers. They're the ones who's making the big money or have the prestige. Is your product or a product being pushed to that market, or are you going for the guy who's in the factory, or are you going for the guy who just like to be all intents and purposes a boss player, man, who just like looking good, and for the ladies, or just looking good for himself, or looking good? Who you going for, man? If I may ask that.
My product is for the everyday man. Now,
okay,
you can be a doctor and a lawyer and still, be humble and about the people, and you focus, man. And so you're not necessarily. And I've met some doctors, I've met some engineers who are real good, down to earth people, and they are like the common guy, and you wouldn't know how everyday these guys are, right? Your boss player, he's an average day guy. He just, fancies ladies a little bit more than other guy, you know.
Okay.
And then an everyday guy, that's who I'm going for, right? And so at the end of the day, I'm going for men, young men, who who love who love themselves, who want to see themselves look well. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And those guys, and for younger guys who are looking to learn more about how to present themselves to the world, right? So if you
Mm-hmm.
already know how to present yourself to the world and you want to try a new product that can help you with your skin regimen, then I'm the guy for you. If you're a younger guy who is learning about a routine to have beautiful skin, a nice, shining beard, a nice smooth bald head, cool 360 waves, I'm the guy for you, you know?
Okay. Okay. Great, man. And Mark, one of the reasons. So you sent me a picture of this background earlier. I was out doing taking care of some tasks, and you sent it, and I said, "Man, I like that background, and I like the colors." All right.
Mm-hmm.
So, in my opinion, when you're talking to people, I think I'm not an influencer or anything. Not yet, man. One day I might be out here be able to influence about 2, 3 people to do something. But until then, I'm just talking. But I'm listening. I'm looking at your background, man, and that's a very unique style. It's almost like purplish. It really captivates my eyesight. I'm looking like, man, I'm listening to you talk, but I'm looking at the background, and it's very blank. It's a very blank canvas back there, but it's a lot going on. You got Urban Nights Code, you got the product, you got the hat, you got the chair that's so cool. You dancing in the joint. You got your light on there in the background. So how long did it? Were you the architect behind these ideas, or was it your wife? You don't
No, it
have to
was
throw that
me.
in.
It was
Okay.
me. I was the architect behind the ideas. Oddly enough, my wife had no influence on the look for the back for anything in the studio. It was all me. Normally, I'll go to her, pitch her idea, she'll throw something back at me. This time around, it was just all me. But it didn't take that much time because I've really been thinking about ways in which I can present Urban Nights on a higher level. I'm not sure if you recall. Well, the last time we shot, I was shooting on my couch and in front of some cool artwork that one of my buddies created. But when I would record my TikToks at the time and do things for YouTube and Instagram, it was just on a blank wall, and I would just have some cool lights that I have in the background, just the lights in the background that would shine up on the wall to kind of give some texture to the image. But I wanted more this time around since we moved to Houston. I felt like I should be able to give more to the people, and so I thought that this look of Urban Nights, so you know exactly what you're looking at. You're looking at Urban Nights, and then you can see the products that we have. And in some cases, depending on what video I'm shooting, I may pull a product off the wall, do a demonstration of the product or whatever the case may be. Maybe I have the derma roller, lined up on a wall as well, right next to some beard balm or maybe a comb and brush. And I can talk about those things and point them out on the wall or pull them down, like I said, and do a demonstration and show people. So I wanted to be able to do that with that product. And the color, I chose purple because it is a royal color. So we're striving to give that feel of royalty. I like to interchange the word royalty with nobility. And so, help that noble and nobility side of you stand out and pull that out of you. So there's the purpose of having that purple color in the background.
Okay. Okay, man. So yeah, I'm feeling what you got going on with your company, man. In the background, I'm continually showing the website, different pictures or images from the website. You've done some great explanation of your company. You've shown the brand and explained the brand. You've explained about the customer base that you're working with. And so one of the final points I want to get to, man, is money. Man, what you looking for? You know, are you looking? Are you looking for stores to put your product in? And if you're open to speaking on this, please do. If you're
Yeah,
not,
I'm, I'm
man,
definitely
say it for.
I'm looking to be involved with more stores. I was in a couple stores, but I'm looking to get inside some more stores in the Houston area or the Texas lane. You know, I'm ready to hit Texas, moving and shaking, man. I want to get in Austin. I want to get in Dallas, San Antonio, and Houston, and those surrounding cities. You know, and so I definitely want to be involved in barbershops, haberdasheries, and convenience stores and beauty stores. That's the goal. That's the game plan to get involved in those. If that means I got to do pop-ups, I'm looking forward to doing some pop-ups, creating more content that shows
Mhm.
people where they should be able to find my product. So, you know, I might pull up on a barber shop and do a
Pull
video
up. That's the
asking
Texas
them,
term now.
hey, asking them if they carry urban nights, you know, and why they don't
Mm-mm.
carry urban nights, you know, and put that on video. And then, the goal is to be in front of as many people as I possibly can be in front
Oh, okay, okay. I mean, you were also telling me about you went to you're interested in the farmers market scene, but it hadn't. It's not open right now. If I may say that about Houston, I'm not. There's no
of.
disrespect,
Yeah,
Houston. I never visited, but no disrespect, Houston. I'm from Mississippi, so come out. No disrespect. I'm just saying the farmers market scene may not be open for the season right now. But continue, Mark.
yeah. The farmers markets is not open just as of yet. It's still technically winter time here. I think spring is about to hit soon. So I believe once spring hits, then those former markets will open up, and I'll be ready. I'm prime and ready for those. I have my table runner with the logo on it. I have my tablecloth ready. Of course, you see, I make my products myself, so I have my products and everything. I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely ready to be at the farmers markets. So I'm ready.
My man Mark said he is ready, and I feel you, man. Why not be ready? This I brings up the C-19, the pandemic. I know some people say don't use that term on Facebook right now. I'm not Facebook, sorry, Facebook, YouTube, but I'm just saying this era right now has just been has come with its lessons. And one of the things that I've learned from you is that you did not allow this to stop you from pursuing your passion regarding your company. Even to the point where you said, "Man, I want to move to an area where I believe the people will be open to taking part in this process of building urban nights." And that's pretty powerful right there. That you stepped out on faith, man, and you to a space and you said it's either gonna work, and I don't know no other thing to say after that. And
That's it,
so,
because it's gonna
you
work.
know, yeah, right. That's it. It's only one option. So we got about 12 minutes left. And I didn't tell you how long we was going to be on. I was just working with the conversation right now. I thought I said, well, we'll get 30 minutes out of it. But, you are laying out your parts of your plan for building your company, for making it more valuable. And I didn't want to say, hey, man, 29 minutes, 30 seconds. Man, you got 30 seconds to wrap this up because no, let's talk. So you got a son, and what does, in your opinion, what does what is Urban Nights supposed to look like? What is it going to look like for your son, for men who want to take part in, who want to join your movement, who have sons? How do they introduce their child? Now, I'm not saying that they have to shave in their face when they're a kid, making trying to make them have beards, but how do they relay what the information you're trying uh to talk to men about? How do they talk to their children about this? So, hey man, so you can have a up and coming group of customer bases. I'm talking about money right now. You got
Yeah,
the
man,
grown
I'm with
men.
you. I'm with you. I mean,
Go
again,
ahead.
so one of the reasons why we're talking about the everyday man is because a lot of everyday men are family men, their husbands, They have children. You know, they are sons. You know, they are brothers, their cousins, their nephews, and a lot of time in uh, content and media, you kind of miss all of that. You know what I mean? And again, it's all about the boss. It's all about the king. It's all about those things. But what about the family man, the guy who has one or two kids, you know, three or four kids,
Mm-hmm.
and he's interacting with his kids, and so he's teaching his kids how to shave, how to tie a tie, how to ride a bike, all of those things. So you're going to teach your
Mm-hmm.
kid. You may not be teaching your kid how to shave right away, right? When they're 12 and 13, they may not have any
Right.
real hair on their face to shave, but you will be teaching your son how to brush his hair, how to comb his hair. You know, he may see you or uncle or someone else who has a beard, and he may like that beard. I mean, that's one of the things that one of the reasons why I have a beard is because I have a great uncle. My grandmother's brother was not a tall guy, and majority of the men in my family are tall. I just happen to be the runt of the family, right? My brother's 6'2", my dad's 6'1", my mom is 5'10". So I just happen to be the runt, right? And my father's mother, they're Binions. Their last name is Binions, and Binions are big people. So not only are they tall, but they're wide too. They're from like Alabama. You know what I mean? So these like big country cats, right? And so you know me, I'm nowhere being tall and big, right? Well, now I'm kind of big, but that's neither here nor there. Anyhow,
Man, Mark, you're a bodybuilder, man. We're gonna get back to that to another conversation, right?
that's
We're gonna
another
bring that up.
conversation, which is happening right now. I'm getting back to the basics, baby.
Okay.
This week is the back to the basics. But
Okay.
anyhow, you're gonna be teaching these guys how to comb and brush and style. You know, whether it's putting a shirt with these particular pants and shoes, those nature. And so for me, you know, I'm starting right now with Jackson. Sometimes he's in some of the videos I'm in, but he sees me when I'm brushing my hair, my beard, and styling my beard. So it's funny because when he takes his bath, he puts a fake beard on. You know what I mean? And then he's styling his beard, you know, when he takes his bath or he's doing his, even when he's just washing his face or just washing his hands, every time he washes his hands, he gets a little bubbles. He's putting the soap on his face. I'm like, man. And then he's like, beard bomb, you know. So, you know, it's all about what you do and it becoming a mirror, a reflection to that, to the young people. And so I want to make sure that I am the man that I'm supposed to be, the man that I saw myself when I was 13 or 14. That's the man I want to become, right? That cool guy.
Okay.
And I want to make that cool image cool not only for my son, but also for my nephews and for other men, other
Mm-hmm.
young men. And so that's about being an average guy, being able to play a game of pickup basketball with your nephews and your son. You know, being able to have a good conversation with some things that they're interested in, putting them on to some information that they hadn't quite processed yet, right? And so those are the images and the style and the content that I want to create, you know, and not just a boss. So for me, I'll throw this out there because it just came to me right now, and I'm not upset if someone else in the virtual world sees it and do something with it. I say the more the merrier. But it would be cool to me to see, you know, a father or an uncle, someone talking to a young person about, you know, um, a book that they're reading, you know, and maybe the book that they're reading is on style. You know what I mean? And he's showing him, you know, the difference between a particular cuff in your shirt, you know, a particular collar that you wear, you know, or maybe it's a book dealing with science, and they're talking
Right.
about plants. You know, they're talking about different seeds and things of that nature. Because that's what manhood is about. It's about teaching. It's about providing. It's about protecting. Right. So those are the images that I want to be able to create and share. So when Jackson grows up, he doesn't have to feel the need to be trapped inside of Urban Nights. I don't want him to feel like this is a curse, you know, that he has to do Urban Nights, or I'm going to be disappointed in him. But I would definitely
Okay.
love if he does step into a leadership role and wants to do more with Urban Knights. I think it would be awesome if he's studying marketing, branding, anything in business. He should be able to apply to Urban Knights, right? But if he decides to be a dentist,
Okay.
hey man, go ahead and become a dentist. He wants to be an engineer, hey man, go ahead and be an engineer. But if he's studying, business, after you get your business degree, you should be coming over here and applying, what you learned to the
Mm-hmm.
company, and it's for the dinosaur, myself and others, to kind of like guide,
That's
like
right.
this is going to work, that's not going to work. I'll open up. Gary V, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Gary V, but his father owned a liquor store. And he wasn't the best in school or anything like that, but he had an idea to use Google AdWords at the time, and it was I think Twitter and YouTube. All the stuff was pretty new, and so he got
Mm-hmm.
into using Google AdWords and created Wine Library. And he was doing all these different things from marketing on a marketing level. Now, this guy didn't go to school; he didn't go to college for this. He just saw that this was new, and he applied it. And he grossed a lot of money for his father's business, and he's since then been able to go on and open up his own business and do his own thing, blase, blase. So, if that's a step that Jackson wants to do where he, maybe school isn't for him, or let's just say school isn't for him, maybe he has other ideas outside of school and he wants to explore those ideas. He has some cool ideas like that. I think we should tap dance 3 times in a circle with penguins. I'm like, I don't know about that. We will give it a shot. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
Right.
it brings money. It brings money to the business. Like that boy was on himself. Tap dance 3 times with penguins. I don't know. We'll greet that when we get there. But I just want to be able to stay open for him. So when he does have ideas, we can kind of move in that direction. And like I said, I don't want him to feel trapped to Urban Knights either. But for other young men, if they have ideas and goals and they want to work with us, we're definitely interested to show you some techniques and grow with you.
Right. Man, Mark, this has been one awesome event today. I had promised you and those who viewed the last broadcast that you were on, that I was going to bring you back. And of course, I'm so happy that I was able to bring you back today,
I'm happy to
because
be back as well, man.
yeah, man, you laid down some laws today, man, about how you structuring your business. I mean, there's a whole lot more you can probably talk about, but considering that you laid down almost an hour of conversation about what your business, about Urban Knights Co. Somebody left a message that said, "Go for it, study the craft and business." Man, you can talk for an hour about what you got going on, in because I was kind of just throwing, fielding questions to you, man. Because some things we talked about that we have talked about, and I just wanted to share what you've shared with me on an open forum on this Black USA News, the Robaer report, and you got me thinking that as I move forward with the Robaer report, that I need to develop some type of lifestyle brand, men's grooming product. Not me creating a business like that, but creating that conversation and having you, you have your own respective platform, but bring you in that talk to the people about that.
Hey, man, cheers! I'm into that.
I'm not into starting no lifestyle grooming brand, because that's a lot of work for me, man. I don't like to think that hard. That's a lot. You put in time, man. You put in. I mean, I've just spoken of a decade. That was, I'm gonna say 2013 and 2022. I don't know when exactly you started on this journey, but I know 9 years ago you were on it. 9 years ago, July 2013, roughly, you were on this journey. So, I salute to you, man. I really appreciate your time today for coming to speak with us. I thank your wife. I thank your son for allowing you to come here and just bless us with your presence today, man. And so, any last final words for the audience?
That's it, man. Thank you, brother.
No problem, no problem. And so, once again, welcome to the Robaer Report, where we talk to individuals who contribute to society and society's development. This has definitely been a contribution to society. You all have a good day, and see you all next Monday here at the Robaer Report at 8 p.m. Peace.